Well. Here we are again. It is Monday. Happy Monday. Let me check my sound real quick. This is a new mic. Well, man, my delay is crazy. Oh my God. I got to figure out how to fix that delay. Uh, yeah, this is not a new mic. It's an old mic. I switched mics. My Shure mic is I'm just testing this mic out. It's not as good of a mic, but I don't really think I need the greatest mic over here when I'm doing this podcast. I think this is capturing the sound fine. Let me get some more volume over here. Check. Okay, there we go. Check, check, check. Oh, that's a lot. Check, check. All right, man. This is what we doing. Check. This is what we doing. This is what happens when you switch shit up. Man, there's a crazy echo. Why is it doing that? Let me stop this and start it again. Oh my God. Can you guys hear that echo? Or is that just my feedback? What's going on, sir? I'm wondering if you guys could hear this bounce back, this echo. This is the first time this has happened. Check. What the fuck? It's low. But there's no bounce back. You don't hear echo. Oh, the echo is low. Fuck, bro. I don't know why that's doing that. Golly, man. I swear to God. Here, let me figure something out. It's always something. It's always something. Check. I don't know what the fuck this is, bro. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Can things just work, man? I've never had this crazy echo happen before. So this is a first. This is new. Let me travel into Ecamm. It could be because I have. Wait, let me see if. It could be because I have this up. Let me see if I. Check. Well, that's what it was. So I try to have my Kick Studio up at the same time. All right, man. Well, I solved that problem. Well, I gotta figure that out because I do want to be able to look at Kick. I'm streaming on Kick. I'm trying to get into Kick, brother. So I was maybe there's a Kick Studio that I need to download so I could not only stream on my Ecamm, but also on my Kick. Because what I've noticed about Kick is even though it's in the Ecamm, I can't really see what's going on with Kick, and I want to see what's going on with Kick, but that was the problem. I was trying on my second monitor. I had the Kick up from my web browser, and that was creating that echo. So there it is. All right, man. I've been. I hope the sound is better now. I appreciate you. Who is that? My eyes, man. My eyes. Jor, 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 Joran McKell, I believe. Thanks for your help. It's Monday, man. This is the Trigger Yogi live stream, baby. It's the kid, the Trigger Yogi himself, Yoga Leroy, Leon Walker. We're back. It's Monday, one of my favorite days of the week. It is time to grind, baby, to get it popping, bro. And man, I've had exciting weekend, I have to say. Now, I have been talking to some friends that have started streaming. I've thank you. Yeah, it's better without the headset. Yeah, the Ecamm. I have not. There is a slight latency in Ecamm system, and even though I've watched several tutorials on how to get rid of that, it still has not gone away. I mean, there's certain things about Ecamm, this OBS system, that I am very familiar with it now. I've been using it for about 4 or 5 months. I also am splitting the cost with a friend, so it's really cheap. I'm not paying all of it, and that's the only reason why I'm staying with it, because I know that there are other OBS systems that maybe are a little bit better for what I'm trying to do. So, but I'm gonna keep messing around with Ecamm. Yeah, it sucks. The headphone shit is really sucks, because when I do podcasts, I record other people's podcasts in my studio. I either can't use the Ecamm, or they can't use headphones because there's a latency, there's a lag. They can't hear themselves in real time. So that's the thing that I haven't figured out yet. I'm learning all this tech stuff. Speaking of, I was I, I was talking to some friends that are streamers. One is a streamer on Kick. I'm really excited about Kick. There's no what you call it, minimum requirements to start streaming on Kick. Um, but I also have been hearing good things about TikTok Live. Now, I just started my page over on TikTok Live. I don't have any followers. You need 1,000 followers to stream live on TikTok Live. Uh, Even when I had a page, I was not getting any followers. So, not streaming on TikTok Live unless anybody knows how to, bypass that no access because you don't have enough followers. I don't know. I was watching a guy uh, that does tutorials on Ecamm. I watch him a lot, the doc, and he said he was going to tell us how to bypass by the end of the video, and he forgot. How extremely frustrating. I love this guy. But goddamn, how extremely frustrating. I waited, I watched that whole video, and then I rewatched it because, wait, did I miss it? Nope, he just forgot to say how to bypass. But I don't think you can bypass. I also Googled it, and then I looked at a couple other videos, and I don't think you can bypass. I think you need to have 1,000 followers, or you need to have a good excuse, and I already tried that. So, anyways, no TikTok. Makes things a little easier for me. I don't really care for TikTok anyways. My idea was because I don't really care for TikTok. My idea was, fuck it, I'll just go on TikTok live and I won't worry about the posting because, these apps, man, they really try to dictate your workload. And TikTok is the absolute worst at it. You got to post 20 times a day, 10 times a day. You got to post 15 times a day. You got to post 30 times a day. Bruh, who has time for that? So you got to post your entire life, literally every half an hour, you got to post? The fuck are we doing? What are we doing? These apps are literally changing the dynamic of our culture and how we communicate, what we put our energy towards, how we work. These apps are making social media a full time job for a lot of people. It's so weird. It is so weird. But, there's a big but. I've kind of cracked a little bit of the Instagram code. And I've had a nice weekend and it feels good, man. I've had a nice weekend because I have gotten some posts to touch on some viral numbers. That's why TikTok is called Spy Network. Man, is that what they call it? Well, that makes sense, man. That makes sense. I mean, TikTok has been giving us red flags since it started. And we just stay on it, man. I just don't get why we're like this. I don't get why we don't like our privacy anymore. Nobody wants privacy anymore. Nobody. There are people that do want privacy, but those people are looked at as strange because they're not on all this shit. But those are the fucking normal people. Golly. Nobody likes privacy anymore. Everyone wants to put their fucking bullshit out there, and it's just crazy. And as an entertainer, it's just a very like kind of confusing thing to try to figure out because I do like privacy. Privacy's nice, ain't it? Ain't privacy nice? But I've kind of cracked my Instagram code, and this is a big win for me because I've had this same relationship with Instagram and Facebook where I'm posting, people are ignoring, the algorithm's pushing my stuff down, not showing it to anybody. Even my wife says I'd never see your post, I have to go find it, and yeah, I've been really diving into Instagram and just trying to figure that out. And over the weekend, over the last 3 days, I've gained over 1,500 new followers. I've had 2 to 3 posts go kind of viral where it's 100,000 views and 9,000 likes on the post. So small win, but big win. You know what I'm saying? Because for me, my Instagram has been so just, yeah, just doormat. You know that it's actually a big win. I'm just making a post. I'm sharing this because it looks like it is. So I don't know if you guys are messing with Instagram like that, but the trials are a very necessary, especially for me, necessary tool. Putting reels on trials to get other people to see if your reel is worth a damn. You know what I'm saying? Because here's the problem. We've all had social media for some time. Most of us started with Facebook, then Instagram came along. So we have Facebook and we have Instagram. We've had those platforms for a while. We've had friends on those platforms for a while. And eventually those friends just stop really fucking with you like that. I'm guilty too. We're all guilty. We kind of like just kind of like, oh, that's so and so, and you kind of scroll past. You don't really engage. You don't like after a while, after years or whatever. They're just they're just your Facebook friend, or they're just your Instagram friend, but you're not like really have a connection or communicate. Those are your issues. I've learned that those are your biggest issues. Your followers that really could care less about what you're doing. And that's not even to say it in a negative way. We all kind of do this. We kind of just like, that's so and so, and you move on. But that's hurting you. Your that's hurting your algorithm, because when your followers don't like, comment, share, react, it's telling the algorithm that your post is trash. Your post isn't necessarily trash, but your core followers, your family, your friends, you know, people or people you've met in passing, they're not engaging. So the algorithm's listening to those people first. That's why it's good to put things on trial. And that's what I've been doing. And it's been working out, my friends. It's been working out. So that's exciting, man. Did I tell you guys that I just wasted my time with TikTok Live for an entire hour? Did we talk about that? I gotta get some nicotine in me, man. Man, I can't stand TikTok Live and their fucking rules. What you gotta do to fucking get 1,000 followers on TikTok? Dance? I just think, I mean, that's just like another. I know TikTok is paying. I'm hearing a lot of good things about TikTok Live, and they're paying, and they're like, but what I gotta do to get 1,000 followers, man? It's just try to react to everyone. I'm really trying to now too, because what I've noticed is that I'm like guilty of this just scrolling and like passing by people. I feel like it's hard not to do, to just because it's like a mind numbing thing, this scroll thing that we do now. And now I'm making a habit of not just scrolling, but also liking. So yeah, now I'm definitely trying to like everybody's posts. So yeah, man, I gotta figure out. I wonder if there's a Kick Studios to download. Hmm. My channel. Man, I gotta really do some playing around with Kick, man. I gotta do some playing around with Kick. Now that it's official, it's just gonna be Kick, YouTube, Facebook Live. TikTok Live is out. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna even worry about trying to get 1,000 followers, man. I mean, I don't want to work for these apps. That's not the vision, baby. But yo, we're gonna have a great week. Um, the title of this episode was 100K, baby. 100K. 100K. What's 100K? 100K is the goal that I'm setting for myself for Instagram. I'm going to have 100,000 followers by June. How am I going to do that? I'm going to do it by what I've been doing over the last 4 days. That's how I'm going to do it. I need to get at least 2 edits, 2 father son reels out every 3 days. I need to throw those on the trials, and I need to I need to watch the magic happen. That has what has been working for the kid. And I could I could see myself getting past 5,000 followers by Wednesday, really. I've been averaging 200 followers a day over the last 2 days. So if I'm also able to get out another edit that can touch on some good numbers, that can happen. That can happen. That's the big vision. All right. Um, that's the big goal. That's what we're gonna be leaning into this week. We're gonna stay focused on that. I'm glad I, you know, learned what I needed to learn about TikTok. It's unfortunate. I was excited to get on TikTok. It would be nice if you could get on TikTok live without you know. So everybody's just supposed to have 1,000 followers now. Everybody's just supposed to have 1,000 followers. Golly, man, everybody's popular. The fuck is this? What kind of sick world have we become, man? We're just like everyone's expected to have 1,000 followers to go live. It's bullshit. But hey, Comedy Fitness Live tonight. The cast is back. J Hud, man, oh man, thank you, J Hud, for jumping on, cause I'm dying. You know, good to see you, brother. Happy Monday. Hope you're well. Uh, we're talking about TikTok. I spent an hour this morning trying to figure out how to go live on TikTok, but I don't have enough followers on TikTok, so I can't even do it. I spent all this time downloading the fucking studio. I'm gonna get that shit off my computer now. And well, I'm gonna first ask my friend who has like some he has some inside ties with TikTok folks. I'm gonna ask my friend if he knows how to bypass that. If he doesn't, then I'm just gonna give up on TikTok, and I'll just post and see if these posts will one day get me to 1,000, so I can start going live. But right now, I don't have 1,000. Can't go live. It is what it is. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. I gotta move all that stuff behind me and get set up for my show tonight. I am teaching today, so excited about that. Going down teaching and gonna get a good little workout in, baby. But kick, this is actually good. You know, you get to find the good in the things that don't work out, and this is good for me because I have been hearing a lot about TikTok Live and how it's it's really where you should be going live at. So I was excited about it, but I can't go live. So where's my energy gonna go? It is going to go to Kick. I'm going to start streaming on Kick twice a day for at least 90 minutes starting tomorrow. So my kick stream is going to start at 7:30. 7:30. No, 8. We'll go 8. 8. It's going to start at 8. We're going to go an hour before I start this stream, and we will start building that because Kick is where the fun is at right now. It is where the fun is at. This vertical setup for Kick ain't really getting a lot of views. Kick is kind of a horizontal platform. I know that, but I do want to continue to put this out there on Kick because I just want to be on. I just want to set the tone. Like I'm still gonna be here even if it's vertical. I do like the vertical setup for YouTube And for Facebook, even though my Facebook people could give a rat's ass about what I'm doing. God bless you people on Facebook, but you guys suck. But I'm gonna keep, but I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm gonna keep doing it on Facebook, man. I have I have grown some followers on Facebook, so let me make this better, man. I can't see that far away. I was on TikTok for about 5 years, but I stopped. I've been off for a year. Man, I just recently deleted. I deleted. I deleted my kick and restarted. So the big thing on that I'm doing on Kick is I made a page to promote my hour comedy special 16 dad jokes. So, if you are on Kick, go follow 16 dad jokes. I'm going to be putting up sketches and I'm going to be putting up dad jokes on Kick. And I'm going to just focus on building that page, and I'm gonna put. I have another page, the Triggered Yogi. That's what I wanted to start streaming on, the Triggered Yogi page, but I only got one follower. That one follower is my son because I just started that page. But I'm not gonna put too much energy into that because I am focused on Instagram and building that following, and that goal is 100,000 by June. ChatGPT says that's not realistic. I'm in a contest with ChatGPT because ChatGPT says that's not realistic. But I think I could do it, especially if I stay on this road that I've been on over the last 4 days. Last 4 days, I've gained 2,000 followers over the last 4 days. I've already gained 50 followers just this morning. So as long as I'm putting out good content on my Instagram and test driving it on trials, I think I could stay on this road, and I think I can get to. I just need a couple of. I need. I need a couple of videos, a couple of reels to really break through and go viral. Now I've been touching 100,000, 200,000, 300,000 views. I have touched half a million views, but those half a million views have been they've been reels that don't really align with my page. That's another big thing that I've learned. Your niche has to stay consistent to get those followers. People need to be able to go to your page and be like, oh, this is a sports page. Oh, this is a father son page. Oh, this is this page. Or they're not going to follow you. So the couple of reels I have that have over a half a million views and over 25,000 likes, those have been sports. But my page isn't really a sports page on Instagram. It's more father son. That's where all that stuff is. So with those really big explosive posts, those sports posts, I didn't gain a lot of followers. So it is what it is. I'm learning. I'm learning, baby. All right. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. I haven't been putting a lot of my sketches on YouTube Shorts, and that's because YouTube, I've been on YouTube for so long. I've been on YouTube for over 15 years, and YouTube kind of stops me at a certain amount. Even if the post is really, really good, it stops me around 1,000 views every time. It doesn't push it any more than that. And I don't really know what else YouTube is looking for, when it comes to the shorts. For a while, people were like, you got to get on the shorts and blah, blah, blah. But it just hasn't been working. So it's I'm just really, but I gotta just start being consistent with that too. That's a lot, man. This whole content game, it really is a full time gig, bro. It's a full time gig. I'm gonna figure it out, but as I said, my main focus right now is Instagram and building those followers. You know what I'm saying? Building those followers. Anyways, are you guys bored with me talking about social media? I'm boring myself. It's a it's a lot, bro. It's a lot. All right, let me pull that back a little bit. I gotta I gotta get set up for this fucking comedy fitness live tonight. But we're just exclusively streaming on Kick. Comedy Fitness Live is no longer going to be on YouTube, mainly because YouTube flags the kid a lot for dumb shit. Words and just they'll find a reason to flag one of my episodes and take it down. Kick is a lot more free, a lot more open, and yeah, so we're just gonna stay on Kick with the shows, So you definitely got to plug into my Kick channel if you want to see my long live shows. Tonight, the long live show is gonna be Comedy Fitness Live. The first Saturday of the month, Bryce Jared has his comedy show, I Must Confess, which is a fantastic, a wonderful, a great show. So definitely tap in with Kick. Subscribe to my channel. Um, I'm going to be giving away these live shows for free on Kick for probably till my special. My special is going to stream on Patreon. So all the big shows like my comedy special, that's not going to be. I'm not going to give that away. That's going to be on Patreon. So, um, and it's going to be like maybe a donation or something like that for that first one. But yeah, that's what I got going on, man. This week, I'm really going to be diving in to this 100,000 goal that I have on Instagram. Um, and that's what I'm going to put a lot of my energy in now that I'm touching a little bit of momentum on Instagram, and then just keep building and building and building. What's up, Mario? Good to see you, brother. I've been talking a lot about TikTok, Kick, and Instagram this morning. What you guys got going on, man? Any triggers coming up, man? Any triggers coming up? Let's talk about this. The pros and the cons of touching a little bit of views. So I've been putting out some father, son, dad sketches. The good and the bad thing is people take these sketches so fucking seriously. Our vision is so cloudy. Our ideas of reality is just so skewed when it comes to social media. Now, this is good, although it is triggering because I've had a lot of people slide into these comments and get really offensive, name calling and talking shit because of the sketch. I had the sketch that's really going off right now is this sketch I did about my son. Me and my son got into an argument because I had to take him to a basketball game, and he called me bro in the sketch, and people don't like that. So they've been calling me soft. They've been calling me, it was a sketch. It wasn't real. But that's what's driving the post. So I gotta stop getting so upset about all these extra comments. I got into it with some guy that wanted to fight me after he called me soft because I said some things back, and I gotta stop doing that. So I gotta stop. I gotta stop doing that. That because people are gonna be emotional, and those emotional comments do drive the posts. So it's a good thing, and I gotta just let it live. It's like the trolls. It's like the trolls that jump on here and give me their little feedback. Last week it was my teeth. Everybody had something to say about my teeth last week. It's always something new, you know. It's always something new on live streams and on social media. And it's just something you just gotta fucking deal with. Golly. Man, for some reason, who finds combat interesting, I find fighting scary sometimes. I am the total opposite. I don't find fighting scary. I like it. And that is the problem, that I like it. Yeah. Um so so I am going to be better this week at letting these comments live and not engaging in any kind of aggressive way to people's negative comments, letting them live. And usually, what happens if I just don't engage, someone else will stick up for me because these posts, what I've seen is they're relatable on a number of different ways. Relatable where people are triggered that these kids are calling their parents bro and dude and talking it feels disrespectful because we're old school. Parents, we're kind of old school. I'm 44. Like I was raised by a very militant dad, military dad, that was yes sir, no sir, yes ma'am, no ma'am to everybody. That's how my generation was kind of raised. Now these kids are different now. They like to feel, and I think, and this is what I was trying to explain to this dude that was like really going hard on me about this post where my son was calling me bro. He was really going hard on me. And he was getting like aggressive, like he wanted to fight me over what I'm allowing my son to call me. But I'm not allowing my son to call me. It was for the sketch. But these people's ideas of reality are very skewed. So um, I get it. I get it. I gotta just let it live. So that's what I'm gonna do. You are older than my professor by 4 years. Okay. Yeah, man. People get old, man. People get old, man. I'm there. I'm there. Teachers, professors. Professors have gotten a lot younger. That's why I've noticed professors have gotten a lot younger. Stick around though, Mario. I could teach you some things. You know what I'm saying? I got some experience. You understand? But, stay in school, get that degree so, when you get to my age, you won't be like so concerned with dumb shit like building a following. You know what I'm saying? This is a wild life. But this is the business strategy. I'm 44. I'm 44. The big 4-4. I'm about to be 45 in July. This is a big part of my strategy for the studio, Yoga Leroy Studios. I'm in Yoga Leroy Studios right now. This is where I do all my live streaming. I'm going to really dive into live streaming more on Kick, streaming workouts, streaming tutorials, streaming just a lot of shit here. Already streaming comedy shows once a week, Comedy Fitness Live, once a month, Bryce Jared's I Must Confess. We got other people that are interested in coming into the studio and streaming their live stuff. That's all going to be on Yoga Leroy Studios on Kick as well. And the big vision is building the social platform where people could come and check out my shows and eventually going over to a paid subscription platform like Patreon. That's the big vision. So I got to figure this thing out. As frustrating as it is, Leroy, let me share this That's something I didn't understand, but I'm okay. Go ahead. Shoot. You're an older millennial. You're good. Yeah, I'm like right on the border. Some people say I'm not a millennial because I'm right on the borderline. But I identify as a millennial. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm 44, man. It's been an interesting transition to really, because when I moved to Hollywood and I started pursuing acting in 2005 is when I started really pursuing acting. I just had I just had my ideas were like I was gonna go through the gatekeepers, the agents, the managers, the producers. That's how I was going to break through, and I really tried to do it that way for a good period of time, and it just did not work. Now I'm starting to figure out that I can really open up my lanes if I can really break through and find a community and a following to back me, from these social media platforms. As frustrating as it is, because it's not easy. It's not easy to break through. Um, Yoga Leroy, so how's your day going? You look 33 to be 34 to be honest. I appreciate that. My day is going good other than not being able to stream on TikTok live, which is what I was really hoping and trying to set up this morning, but I don't have enough followers to stream on TikTok live, unfortunately. It's all good. It's unfortunate, but it's good because now I know where to focus all my energy, which is Kick, YouTube, and really Kick YouTube. I mean, I'm streaming on Facebook as well, but Facebook is just Facebook. Atlanta and Hollywood is where most actors, yeah, acting occurs. Yes. Yep. And I'm in Hollywood. I have uncles and even my boss at work that let me drive and use their cars when I was younger, but my dad has never let me use any of his cars. Well, at least you have uncles and bosses that may let you use their cars. Is that still now to this day? Your dad doesn't let you use his car? Um, That's interesting. When I was growing up, and I got my license, my dad let me drive. My mom let me drive. My dad had a couple of cars. My dad gave me a truck when I went to college. But some dads are just really protective over their vehicles. It is a big purchase. Most men are really like protective over their vehicles. Reminds me of Jeremy Meeks. Take it as a compliment. Appreciate it. Jeremy Meeks went viral from his little prison mugshot, and that guy blew up. He ended up marrying a billionaire. So now Jeremy Meeks is sitting nice on $1 billion with his $1 billion wife. Still, that's crazy. Still to this day, pops won't let you drive his car. That's wild. When my son gets his license, we plan on getting him a vehicle, but he is in no rush to getting his license, which is so funny because when we were younger, as soon as it was time to get those L's, it was go time. But these kids just really not messing with it. They like us driving them around. So you have to get arrested now. I did it. I did all that. I got arrested. My mugshot never went viral. But I also wasn't like putting my mugshot out there. I wasn't excited about getting arrested and letting everybody know that I have a criminal record. See, you're lucky with your dad in that aspect. Yeah. My dad was great, man. I mean, my dad had some interesting programs on how to raise us. He was a little physical, but it made me the man that I am today. Uh, you know, um, you know, my dad had a different way on raising us. It is what it is. I'm not really a car person that much. A few times I use Uber. I mostly use an electric scooter, which I bought for 374, and also public transportation. The car I prefer is Smart Fort. Whoa, smaller car. I'm a car person. I need a car. I need a vehicle now. I need to get around. I can't really use that public transportation. I've jumped on a scooter every now and then. One of those pay as you ride scooters. I've done that a couple of times. But yeah, I need a vehicle, man. I need to get around the town, baby. I got to. I had to get my own car, of course. My mom used her cars when. Yeah, I mean, I live in LA. You got to have a vehicle. I mean, I do have a couple of friends that use public transportation. So it is possible that the public transportation in LA it's a lot better than it definitely used to be. We got the orange line that takes you to and from straight shot. So there are ways to get around in LA in public transportation, but I need a vehicle, man. Especially now. I work downtown. Like from here, I got a jet downtown, which I'm gonna jump off this stream in about 10 minutes. Um, and driving because of traffic, sometimes it takes me 75 minutes to get from the valley downtown. If there's no traffic, 20 minutes. But there's rarely no traffic in LA. You're fighting with traffic on a regular basis. Do you think about why YouTube always limits the number of comments during live streams? YouTube has a lot of interesting. I think because I so my thoughts about YouTube is it's just a huge platform. So they're not really concerned with pushing people's pages through anymore because they got so many pages that are already pushed, and that's what I think. I think YouTube really is at now like really trying to limit more people breaking through than pushing people through. And that's why it's so important to get on newer platforms and really drive everything to that newer platform. That's why I was excited about TikTok Live because TikTok Live is fairly new and they're pushing people through. But I don't have 1,000 followers on TikTok, so I can't even go live. But Kick, there's some potential there. So this week I'm really going to start streaming on Kick twice a day and trying to get that to push through and try to build a following on that platform. It doesn't limit comments. You have to select all comments instead of top comments. Something I must not even know how to do. But my live stream, it doesn't seem like my live stream comments are getting limited. because if I get a lot of views on my live stream, everybody's able to comment. Everybody jumps in, trolls, good, bad, ugly. They're live streaming. I mean, they're making their comments and and yeah. So mainly for me is when I make a post on YouTube. What I've noticed is no matter what, that post is only getting a certain number of views, no matter what. It's not letting me have more than 1,000, 1,500 views on my shorts. When I post long form content on YouTube, I'll get like 5 views, you know. So that's the thing with YouTube. Maybe they're looking for a little bit more consistency with me, and why they're limiting my views, I don't know. But also, one of the reasons why I've built this live streaming studio and I'm really trying to do more live streaming because the editing is such a long process. You talk about all the stuff that I'm doing, it takes all day, and then you're trying to edit long form stuff. Oh man, that's all you're doing. You're not, and you know, like even now that I'm focused on sketches on Instagram, I've been so busy with editing and shooting sketches that I haven't even really had time to practice a lot of stand up comedy, which I got to start doing. I'm working on an hour special, so I have to prioritize time where I'm writing that special. And I think that's what I'm going to start doing in the morning on Kick is streaming my process on writing my special. Oh, I got what you say. They you can only type a certain, well, you know, when you think about a comment, you know, like you don't want it to be like a whole book, a whole paragraph. So I do kind of understand that, you know, the number of words allowed when you're commenting. I don't mind that. I mean, it's hard for me to read you guys' comments from here, anyways. So I don't mind that they limit the amount of words. I don't mind that at all. The time of day matter and the post length. Yes, I get you. I get you. I get you. I get you. And I'm learning. I'm learning right now. Again, I mean, I feel like a broken record. My my priority is building my Instagram, and this is why. This is why. Instagram and the number of followers you have on Instagram has become an industry standard in Hollywood. How many followers you got, how much engagement you got on Instagram. Instagram more than YouTube. People, you know, producers, bookers look at Instagram. So that's why I'm really focused on building my Instagram first. And after I get to 100,000 followers on Instagram, which is the goal right now, that's the goal from now till June. 100,000 followers. When I hit that 100,000 followers, I'll be able to delegate my time and prioritize where I'm focused on Instagram, continue to build that, and really start tapping in with YouTube. But right now, I'm focused on Instagram. I'll throw YouTube shorts every now and then when I remember really. But right now, my priority is IG and this week, Kick, baby. Kick. So, yeah, man. Listen, I have already gained 54 followers today. So, I'm already on track. You know, the last 3 days I've gained 200 new followers on Instagram a day over the last 4 days. And if I keep that pace, baby, I believe I could touch 100 grand. I believe I can. I believe I can. I believe I can, baby. What game console do you use again? I have Nintendo Switch Lite and hope to get Nintendo Switch 2 soon. I don't use a game console. I'm not a gamer, but I do have I got a Xbox sitting right here not being used. A Xbox whatever, the white one, whatever it's called. It's my son's old gaming system. He has a PS5. Because I do think I should start gaming a little bit. I think that could help build on Kick. Getting into that gaming. All right, man, we're about to touch an hour on this stream. I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here. I got to work on my workout for today. I teach at 12. I got to write out this workout. And then I'm going to go get me a little workout in after I teach. And then I'm going to come back here and get ready for Comedy Fitness Live, folks. Comedy Fitness Live. So I'm going to get out of here, but I do appreciate you guys jumping on the stream and jumping into the chat. Mario, good to see you. I don't want to butcher your name. Joran, Mikkel. Appreciate you, man. If you haven't subbed to the channel, man, drop me a sub, baby. Trying to build this community. J Hud, always good to see you. And I appreciate you, man. Hey, Yoga Leroy Studios on Kick. Subscribe to the channel tonight, 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock is when the stream is going to start. We are going to start at 7 o'clock tonight on Kick every Monday at 7 p.m. And that's where all my long live streaming shows will live for now until something pops off somewhere else. But right now, I'm going to really dive into Kick. All right, y'all. You guys, it is Monday. Have a fantastic Monday. Set the tone. You know how I feel about Mondays. This is your time. It's your opportunity to set the energy, set the tone, to drive your entire week. Have a very productive week. Set the tone today. I will see you next time. This is the Trigger Yogi live stream, baby. It's the kid, the Trigger Yogi himself. We're here every morning at 9 a.m. I'll see you next time. Have a blessed day. Peace.